Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Got a little bit of Soulland Reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. But we got a few things to cover, and then we'll go ahead and do a little chit-chat session. All right, so the Master Forge is going away. I hope everybody was successful in obtaining what they wanted to. Okay, as I said, this was one of the best Forge events I've ever seen in my life. There's just so much stuff. There's absolutely... I would have loved to have walked away with like a couple hundred ice core and just go wild in here. I bet you there's some whales who actually did. But some of us, of course, who are playing this game from a free-to-play perspective, did not be able to do it. But we still walked away with a large chunk. So I went ahead and, as I ended up saying, I went ahead and purchased quite a bit of the Phoenix Divine Blood. Enough to allow me to finish up some soul bones. So, as you know, Hugh was already done. Lingling was not done. All 4 of the Linglings are now done. So I have managed to get here. And as we know, there was one short on Enming. I have now finished Enming as well. So I managed to get all 3 of these characters up to Triple S using the Phoenix Divine Blood from this event. Now I decided to go ahead and the Triple S Dusk Gold Terror Claw sets were really nagging at me. I wanted to see exactly what was up with them. So I actually took some of my ice core that I would have normally put on the Boblet, and I purchased a set, some of the shards for the Dusk Gold Terror, just enough to make a set, a full set, because I already had one, so I just needed 25. Couldn't get 25, had to buy 40. So that's what I did. So I purchased that, and I do have those, and they are... I went ahead and made them and synthesized them and stuck them on Bow just to play with them. And we finally got the answer as to what's going on. So here they are. I've maxed them out. I've always tell you people, buy the materials for enhancements when you see them. Even if you don't have any plan to use them, just buy them and store them and stock them up. I was able to max out the enhancement on these to 220 simply because of the fact that I had the mats do it in my bag. Okay, so get them even if you're not using them, because you will eventually use them. It always uses the same materials. It hasn't changed. It's the same low-grade items that you see everywhere. But if you just don't grab it when you see it, there's a chance that you might not have enough, and you get something you nice and ooh, this is nice, but you can't use it because you ain't got the mats to do it up, and you have to wait. So don't. So just get it and do it. Okay. I think I still see I still got 11,938. Okay, so I could take these up to 228. So I'm not going to worry about that time. So we got it figured out. Here's what the thing was. This picture was not anywhere in when you're first buying it. So the set is based on what character you put it on. So if you want to read this, let me read it. SS Outerbow will activate different skill set based different skills according to the Soul Master. So I've got it on an attack Soul Master, which is Bow. So therefore it's the Dusk Claw Attack Terror Claw set. If you put this on Inming, who is a tank, it'll be the Defense Terror Claw set. And if you put it on Lingling, it will be a Support Terror Claw set. Okay, so that's what it does. No, it doesn't give you all 3. Now, here comes the thing. What happens now? Okay, if I took this set off and put it on Inming, would it switch to defense? It probably would. I'm not going to do that at this particular point because I want to keep this set as an attack claw. Okay, because it's going to go on Hugh eventually. So if somebody's familiar with these, has got these, use them, has a couple sets of them, and has moved them around from one character to the other, can you do that? Like if I switch it to Inming and then switch it back, can I switch between these 3? Or now that I've put it on an attack character, is it locked on attack character? My assumption would be that it's not. My assumption would be that you can move it freely. That would be out of character and out of design for them to do that, the way they allow you to be flexible with your building. So, but just to let me know. So I'm going to keep it on Bow for a little while, build it up, put a little bit, I've got some absorptions in it. I've got some enhancements and whatnot on it. So I'm going to break it through, get a couple stars on it, till it's, feel it's really comparable because I don't want to hurt Hugh's attack right now. She's got a near max extended Sea God set on her right now. She's a beast. So I don't, it's just like one-shotting everything. It's freaking scary. But so I don't want to, I don't want to lose that. Okay, so that's where we're at in terms of that. So I'll wait until I put a little bit of power on it before I move it over. Now this has got a really cool set about this. What's nice about this, everything stays the same up through here. Okay, this is all the same as an SS Plus. It gets different here, just soul absorption. You can increase this by using SS shards. If anybody was wondering what the heck you were going to do with all those SS shards after you fully built your sets, I know I was, because I've already got a red piece of fully maxed out SS on Inmate. It's been fully upgraded. Can't use shards for it anymore. So I was wondering what do you do with those shards? Are you just going to sit there and let them set? Well, you're not. You're going to use them on this, and you're going to be able to use a bunch of them. My assumption, if I'm reading this properly, there's 13 levels. 30, 60, 90, 120. So there's 120 levels in this. Now, it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. One shard gives you 10 points. Okay? So one shard will, give you up 10 points, okay? So do not use this, okay? I mean, that's just ridiculous. You do not want to be putting Sea God. You do not want to be putting Sea God shards in here. Okay, that's just ridiculous. Just use these. You get these in the shop, the Slaughter Arena shop. You can get a bunch of these each day. You're going to get about 20 to 30,000 coins in the arena just doing your daily arena stuff, your Slaughter Arena stuff, and you just purchase these in the shop. I mean, that's what I do on a daily basis. Normally, I was purchasing the S ones because you were going to do absorption. Absorb, it still uses S, so this is exactly the same as an SS Plus set. It uses the S's to base absorption. Okay. But this is different, soul absorption. So, my assumption is you get 30, 30, 30, 30, you'll get, boom, you'll get 2, you'll get 1 on the soul absorption core. Then you have to then they'll reset and you have to build it all up again. Fill it up again, bang, 2. So that's a lot of shards, so you'll be playing with this for quite some time. What worries me is what are they going to do about, are they going to come out, they came out with an SS Plus extended bone. Here's a triple S extended bone. Are they going to come out with an SP extended bone? I assume they are. Hopefully, there will be some way to, we've got the drop down, so you can reset the outer bones, so and you'll get them all back. So I would think that they're going to come out with an SP set. If this was not here, I might have doubts about that, but since it's here and you can get it all back, yeah. So don't feel shy about throwing your SS shards in here. I mean, I wouldn't put Sea God shards in here unless you're a whale and you've got everybody maxed out on Sea God shards, but Sea God shards are just so rare. You want to put them on a Sea God set whenever you get them. Okay? It's still in a chest. So, I mean, it's nice that they put them there, but I'm not going to use it for that. I'm just going to use them. I still got my Sea God sets to build up. I've got to upgrade them. So, yeah. So, but you can put the shards in here, max this out, and you can get it back when you're done. So, I assume we're going to see an SP Soul set. My assumption will be the same. It'll probably be, it'll probably look exactly like this, similar. I mean, design-wise, it'll be different looking, but it'll probably have this option right here. And you'll be able to make it whatever it is based on whatever type of character you put it on. So that's really nice. I do like that. That means you don't have to go focusing around for different combinations. Okay, you just put this on and it links up with whatever type of character you have. If you put it on an attack character, you get the attack buff. Defense character, you get a defense buff. Sport character, you get a HP buff, would be my assumption. So I like it. That's good. So that's what it is. Okay, so Terror Claw. Questions answered. Master sold 2 wings, so this is going away as well too. I spent all my logs. I really hate when they do this. I hate when they throw one of the items that is used inside of the forging and make that an item that's also needed to purchase something. Okay? I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to run 10,000 sweeps just to get a bunch of logs so that I can forge and at the same time get this shard for this this item. I've already got a bunch. I've already got 3 other ones out there, so I'll get it at a later date. But I don't really like them tying anything in this shop to that. Okay, which is why I didn't purchase anything in here except for some of these shards. Okay, I would have preferred to have used these shards in my thing, but I was running low on charcoal time, so that's what it is. So that it is what it is. All right, so that's leaving as well too. So these 2 will be gone tomorrow. Okay, so what do we got to do? Well, we've got 2 events up. We've got a Divine Tool event, so get those diamonds ready, as you will probably be spending about 15,000 of them today to get various Divine Tool items, which you should. And we've got an Awakening event. All right, let's talk a little bit first about the Awakening event. Do not like Awakening events. Let me rephrase that. I love Awakening events, but I do not like the rewards that we get for this Awakening event. If I'm going to spend 800 keys on my Awakening chest, I want to get more than 30 freaking deep sea so and 1,000. This is piddly. I just blew 800 Awakening keys. Okay, and I get 30. It's a joke. So I'm not going to go. I went as far as I'm going to go. I went up to these 3 simply to get this because I'm synthesizing to start awakening my rings and souls. These are becoming a lot more prevalent. As such, get them whenever you see them. It takes 4 of them to get you a triple S item for enhancement. I will show you that shortly. But yeah, this is piddly. 60? Yeah. 2,500? Yeah, I'd go for that. But 30? Pfft, be real. It's barely enough to do 1 awakening. It's just ridiculous. So I'm not going this far. I couldn't anyway. I could get to about 600. I might go for it. That's ridiculous. So I don't like that event. Well, I mean, I like the event, but I don't like the rewards. Divine Tool. Good event. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Divine Tool event. It's expensive as heck, but you know, you got to do it when it comes around. Okay, 250 for 1 shard, but they only give you 15. Try giving you 40. Be like 10,000 diamonds. So no. But yeah, you want to get it. I mean, we're 5 short. We'll get them next time around. This is what I really wanted because I've already got these 2 summoned, so I wanted to start leveling them up. Same with this. I've got these 2 maxed out, so I'm starting to work on these 2. And then the rest were, of course, the actual cores, which the secondary function for the cores. All right. Oracle crystals. Just to address this is to get more divine tools. You just there's no fast way to do it. All right, people ask if these are faster way, and there's not. But divine tools, they give you good buff, but just use the SS. Just use the SS plus ones if they're maxed. Get couple stars on the triple S's, and then you can start inserting them. Okay. As for the spirit souls, no, there is no way to increase the speed at which you can. The way to get 2 of them is you have to start filling out. I'll show you this here. You have to start filling out the actual secret skill right here. Once you get a certain number of these out, that you'll enable to apply to. I've almost finished with this. Okay. I mean, I've put a dent in it. Okay. I've got this one to go. And then I've got this one to go. So yeah, it's pretty tough. And then I'll come back around. Got this one complete. So yeah, I need to get this up as well. So this one. Yeah, I've got them. So this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then it should be complete. Or is it this one too? No, I already got that one. So as you fill this in, you get more powerful. There's not a whole lot. It is in a shop. It's in the spirit shop. You should be able to get on a daily basis. So make sure that you do purchase these on a daily basis. I do. The Spirit Blood Essence. So you can get daily here. I know it's going to take a long time, but at least you can get them. And you will be able to get them inside of the Battle Pass. I'm not sure we'll be able to see it, but we'll go ahead and look here. In the Battle Pass, it's a ways back here. Battle Pass, Battle Pass. Related chords, soul tunes. That's way towards the end, but you should be, there it is right here. But you should be completing this on a daily each time. You should be able to get to right here fairly easy, and then purchase the 10 to get the token, because we hope that they will be putting Zoo and Q in here eventually. That's what I'm hoping for. And then we'll be able to get the skins for that. So that's what you do. And the reason I did the Awaken I did is because of the Synthesize. You need 4 of these to make up an S. I've got enough to make one up. This is start to triplet, so I'm starting to work on whose keys and her rings. Her rings and her necklace. So you need those for the Awakening items. They made them a lot more prevalent, thankfully. It was really difficult to get them at the beginning. They really didn't have a set way to get them. Where I was get lucky in this. I did not get lucky in this. I still don't get that lucky. I will snatch one up every now and then, but you can get them in pretty much all the events nowadays. They used to have a chest in there with 1 or 2. So every I see them, I just grab them and start working on the rings. It's Awakening. It gives you some power. It gives you some BP. This 2 billion BP jump was primarily due to, of course, to the Soul Bones. Triple S-ing them, of course, gives you a lot of BP. And if you got them maxed, if you got them maxed, certain things maxed out, you can't continue enhancements until you upgrade them to Triple S as well. So there's a little bit of a sort of a stopgap there. So you have to keep that in mind as well. So we do have the 2 events up. So an Awakening event and a Divine Tool event. Get all the stuff in the Divine Tool. It's all useful. Okay. Awakening. This right here, not items that this is if you want to purchase stuff. They used to give it to us in this, but they don't anymore. I wish they would really give us shards in here, but they're really sticking with their Divine shards, Divine Tool shards, and they're only giving you 15. I mean, I assume that'll become more prevalent. If you do take a look at the time limited sale, you will see that they are giving us 30 of the SS shards. So I think it's safe to say that once the SP characters and SP items are starting to be released, they'll starting to be offer us 30 of those as well. So we'll be able to get more of them. Okay. Right here's the SS Plus ones, and they're offering 20. Still not a lot, but so each Divine Tool event, you'll be able to get your hands on 20, and then eventually 30 shards. You'll start be able to make headway on them. They're pretty good in terms of what they give you. You really don't need to pack a punch on them to make them useful, simply because of the fact that they offer more enhancements than some of the regulars do. Right now, I'm just using these 4. Okay, I could probably get a little bit more if I threw these in here, but it's so close. There's only like 1 million difference. So using this, in terms of BP, there's only 1 million difference. These offer more enhancements. As such, they're more powerful, just by the fact that they offer more enhancements. So I use these 4. Remember, you can only have 2 HP to attack. So I use Duke 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 Duke. Okay, and it works fine for me. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. But yeah, there are some stuff to do with that. So it's yeah, it's an event and it's expensive, but whenever do take full advantage of it. You shouldn't be having trouble if you're playing the game on a regular basis to be getting diamonds. If you're keeping your rankings up, you should be on the average getting between 3 to 6,000 every evening, just based on your ranking. Other events, we've got Zoo King's concert up. They've really redone the shop in this. They did a really excellent job on this shop. Okay. This is this is a little bit lacking. It has Evil Eye in here again. Tang San SP might be in here when they update it to shop next time. Think about that. That's what you might want to building. This is awesome too. Not for me because I got the top. I maxed my first triple S maxing. It's all maxed out. Again, this was the first one introduced, and again, they were exceedingly generous with the shards for this. Okay, so that's keep that in mind with the first SP item that they first one they come out. Go for it hard because you're going to be able to get shards for it fairly easy. Every time there's an event for it, you'll be able to get shards immediately, and they generally stick it in one of the shops. Granted, it's only 5, but that's 2, so that's 10 shards each, and that's weekly because the Zoo Kings event runs weekly along with Ring Wrong's cooking event. What it's called? I can't remember what it's called. Just cooking with Ring Wrong, we'll say. Okay, so yeah, that runs weekly just like this does. So that's each week it builds up. Okay, so keep that in mind, as well as other places. You can get this inside of that's right, the theater, which you should be doing each day. Right here. Ta'a is in here, as are the other 3. Spirit Cannon. So first 3 they introduced it. Ta'a, Spirit Cannon, and is it the Tiger Saber? I think it's a Tiger Saber. Don't hold me to that though. And then right here we've got the a 3 set for that as well. So keep that in mind. All right, so it's something that you might want to be good. We've also got some other shards right here. So keep the first SP character might be in here. The first SP item might be introduced in here as well too. So keep that in mind when if you want to determine. So just to not tell you that I'm faking you out or anything. Ta'a upgraded, maxed. Okay, refinement maxed. Okay, still working on the transformations and accessories. Inscribing maxed. Okay, so you can focus on one of the items and put it on your strongest character because the buffs these things give are immense. They give you immense amount of stuff. See, 3,500 attack, corrosions. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And put it on the correct character, one with magic attack, which is what Hugh is with an AOE, and it's just a no-brainer. So that's the same thing. So that first SP that comes out, it's going to be easier to get shards for that. So you want to focus on getting that item and then putting it on your strongest character. Then you start focusing on the second one. I'm now starting to focus on my cannon. Okay. After the cannon's finished, I'll start focusing on the Tiger Soul refining. By then, they should be coming out with SPs, and I'll probably have one triple S and one SP moving into the thing. Okay, and then SPs, so it's a continuous flow. But always remember that the first item that they come out with is usually the easiest to get because you get it every event, and they usually stick it inside of a shop where you can get some shards for it fairly easy. So you can be getting, on a daily basis, you can be getting a fair amount of shards. And if you focus on it consistently every day, you can usually build it up in a couple, 3, 4, 5 months. You can have it almost maxed out. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so that's where we're at this point. So nothing else going on, just those 2, just the Awakening and the Divine Tool event. Nothing new. Focus on Zoo King, of course. Use all that stuff in the shop. Make sure you get those Sea God sets that's inside the shop and Zoo King's. So they did a good job. I don't like the fact that they took away the ability to get notes, but you can usually, if you usually get between 60, I usually get between 65 and 75 each time I do it, and I run it until I get between that, and then you can sweep it. After you get an S, you can sweep it, but you should have enough to buy the top 2 rows, which is what you're looking for. The top 2 rows and the Doomstones, which is the first one on the 3rd row. Other stuff. It's a material enhancement, so if you have left over, of course, definitely get them. But go for that other stuff first, as it's a little bit more difficult to obtain. So everything seems to be going pretty good. Starting to make a dent in some of these things. I mean, it's difficult. 16th ranking is not bad considering I'm going up against some of the whales are immense on this particular. I mean, I'm just waiting for the next server crash when they look at them together. But I am waiting for it actually. It shouldn't take me as long to get back up to where I was before, as it did before. In the arena, I try to keep. I have to do it. I haven't done it. Right now, where am I at? I'm at 48 right now. Okay. But as you can see, what's in front of me? The top 10, 101, 146, 138, 179, 164, 232, and 229. And one, I guess that's at 1.1 trillion. So I have some pretty intense people on here. But we're at 48. So I'll be doing it here this weekend. I've been busy at work, so really I haven't had a chance to do this. Normally I like to do this on a weekly basis. It's been 2 weeks. But as you can see, I should be able, I like to keep it within the top 30. Okay, that's probably about where I'm going to be, because you can see we've got Aeon right here. He's at 31 and he's at 45. So as you can see, between 30 and 45 there, we're pretty much a good chance you can get into 30. Not everybody participates in this simply because of the fact that you need to be at higher levels to make a thing, but you don't want to need to compete in it. Keep it as close as you can, because each day you get they do the rankings and they give you diamonds based on the ranking. If you keep this ranking, keep it. You don't have to be every day, just once a week. Get as far up as you can, and instead of doing woo sweeps every day, one day. Weekend, Monday, Tuesday, do the 10 and just get as far as you can. That's what I'll do. I'll get up close to 30 and I'll be happy. That's all I'm looking for. And I do the same thing on the Battle on the Clouds. I do the same thing on the Soto. Keep them as high as you can, because every night they give you rewards based on that, based on your ranking for the day, and you get them in the mail. And then at the end of the period, you get a large hump of them based on average of where you're at. So that's why you want to keep it fairly you just want to keep it as low as you can, at least on a weekly basis, and you should be fine. And that goes a long way towards replenishing your diamond stash. Okay, so that's where we're at. So yeah, it's we're not able to compete with the whales from a free-to-play perspective. It's just not feasible, because they're purchasing everything. They spend a lot of money, buy all the materials, because they have the special events, and the time limit events. Okay, money, and then we get into our stuff that we can actually get. Okay, this is actually money too, because to get these, I think you have to pay money. So as you can see, there's a large section of money stuff in here. Money, more money. So I get that. But yeah, so definitely pick up the weeklies. As I've said, always get these weeklies. It's just worth it. This is really generous right here. Especially this right here. That's a couple of levels on your hidden weapon inheritance. So I'll keep that in mind. All right, so that's all I got. That's where we're at. At 34, we're climbing up. Primarily, of course, due to the soul bones, moving them up to triple S. All right, so we'll have a video here when the next stuff comes out. And we'll talk a little bit about it. But remember, Master Forge Soul Tool Flying Wing going away today. So get in there, purchase anything that you want before it goes bye-byes. All right. Again, don't worry about the Master Forge. If you don't do it, don't worry, you don't lose it. Okay, that stuff stays with you. Your bag is not going to show expired, because it's still in there. And when the Forge event comes around again, you'll still see any of the ice core that you didn't use from the previous one. So don't panic, as well as the enhancement items. So no need to worry about it. Well, unless it's an item you want to get. Like I say, the next Forge event might not be having that particular item that you wanted, so you might have to settle for something else, or wait another month or so until another one comes around. We'll have to see. All right, so again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see a bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. Again, this is Ken Rear, still in the corner, still coming at you, signing out.